Hello there everybody, RC Nurse 1 here, and I had promised to do a video about my new Outcast 8S. You heard that right, not the 6S or 4S, the 8S. This thing is a monster. It is a beast. It is more than you can imagine. It was either this or an X-Max, and I am very happy that I bought this instead. I do want an X-Max eventually, but for what I wanted, this was 100% the right choice. This is my hand compared to a wheel. I mean, these things are stubby, meaty, and just huge. They're probably bigger than his head. There he is messing with my cars. So here's the body, and I'm sure if you're watching this you have seen many unboxings and reviews of this thing, so I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of details, but off the bat I did Gorilla Tape around the attachment points, and that's only because without it, with these little rubber things, it would still kind of make a lot of noise after you would, land or hit the ground. So doing that kind of cushions the body a little bit more, makes it a little bit more quiet. It just gives it a better fit too. So there's the classic "Don't just bash, blast" slogan from Arrma. So that aside, here she is. And yes, I am going to call her a she, because I'm going to baby it in a way that, no, I don't even know what I was trying to say there. But yeah, I've taken it out twice, and I mean, this thing is just, it's crazy. It is so crazy. I was worried about people talking about these transmitters, but this has the new equipped DX3, so there's no range issues. There are no lagging issues. Instant throttle, everything works out better. I actually like it better than the Traxxas CQIs. Very nice controller. As far as ESC settings, the only thing I changed was I turned the punch up to 5, that's the max, and that livens this thing up a bunch. Very lively. I have some settings I'm going to mess with the next time I take it out. I'm going to turn up the timing a little bit. The brake out the box is only up to 35%, and if you're driving this thing around people or at the skate park, you need that to be up a lot higher, because if you're going full bore, at the skate park and you got a brake, this thing takes a while at 35%. So I'm going to do either 50 or 75% for that. Besides that, I'm going to keep everything else stock. What else? Oh, if you do buy one of these, make sure that you check that pinion gear. Make sure that, sorry it's a little blurry, make sure that this thing is tightened down. And if it's not, tighten it down. That grub screw, make sure you've got some Loctite on there too, because after I was running it the last time, I had noticed that it was loose. And thankfully they have this safety system right here. Sorry for my blurry video, guys, but there's a locking washer that keeps that pinion gear on that motor shaft in case it does come loose, and that thing saved my butt. So very good design. But yeah, just make sure that it's in there and tight. Let's see. I know there have been a lot of guys talking about these rod ends stripping out and getting pushed in, and then messing up the camber of the back wheels. I jumped it pretty lightly. Haven't had any problems yet, but one of the guys commented on a video that I've seen where you just get a washer and a locking nut the same size as that thread, and pretty much put it on there and have a stopping point, and that should stop that rod end from stripping out. Or I've also seen to get a locking nut or locking washer and just kind of clipping it around the last thread there. That, also solves the problems. When I got this, I had no issues with leaking shocks. Everything was sealed tight. Nothing was bent. No flat spots on the tires. I mean, this was $900 well spent. And yes, that's how much it costs. But you get a upgraded radio. You get the best of the best. And I mean, this thing is just, it's crazy. Also with these new versions, well, when the Creighton first came out, they didn't have these additional chassis braces, and the brace on top was one piece, and people were still bending those. So with the new design, they put, they split the chassis brace in two, and then connected it to this roll cage thingamajig right here. So with that new design and the new chassis brace down here, these things are pretty indestructible. Now, a good guy to check out on YouTube, his name is Rich Duberbash. I've watched a whole bunch of his videos. He runs mostly Arrmas, I think, from what I've seen. And this guy, I mean, the way he bashes, you're gonna need, you know, the M2C racing or M2C chassis with a 71 aluminum. I think that's 5 or 6 mil thick. This, I believe, is 4, the stock chassis. But if you're like me, I'm not going to bash that hard, so I don't think I'll need it. And, you know, maybe sometime in the future I'll go like full beef kit or full beef cake M2C with M2C like everything to make this thing just ungodly strong. Yep. And these do come with IC5s, which are compatible with EC5s. The IC5s just have that center pin that goes in there where you can get your battery voltage readings on your transmitter, but I don't need that. Also, I went on Amazon and I had such good, I guess, luck with these Z battery packs that I had gone ahead and bought 2 4S packs for this monster. Because I first bought, no, let's just say, sorry. I first bought this Z 3S pack, 5200 milliamp. I think it's an 80C, yep, 80C pack, and this was like 30 bucks. So I went ahead and I bought these. These are bricks, they're huge. 72 milliamp hour, 80C as well, 4S batteries. Both of these together were like 120 bucks with the EC5s. And you guys, these things came perfectly balanced, every single cell in both packs, balanced, amazing runtime, hard as a rock, actually probably harder. These things are like 1.5 pounds each, and they fit snugly perfectly in the stock setup for the battery trays on this Outcast 8S. You do have the option of extending this battery tray. You just need to undo some screws on the bottom, and then you can kind of move this back part back and forth as you need. I don't plan on buying any longer packs. I mean, these are perfect. You know, I really enjoy them. So check out Z. Good company and cheap. Let's see, what else? I don't know if there's a way to slide this motor out without having to take this whole side piece off. I had to do that, which means, like, what are you doing, dude? He's messing with my little 1/16 E-Revo right there. That's kind of his car. He burnt out my servo, or stripped out my plastic gears, because he loves to take the transmitter and just like turn the wheel back and forth. But he's getting into it. But anyway, yeah, so if there's an easier way to, you know, slide this out to get to the pinion gear, let me know, because it took me a while to do all that. I flipped it over before, you know, on the body, no issues there. I am going to reinforce this body, you know, with my drywall tape, and this time I bought this E6000 glue, and I guess it's like shoe glue but stronger. I haven't used it yet except for my new license plate on back. Check that out, RC Nurse 1. Awesome, 15 bucks for 2 of them. You can get your own state, customized. These are aluminum. and I used this glue for that application because the two-sided tape wouldn't work. There's like a divot in there, but I was able to use the two-sided tape for my rustler, for my RC Nurse license plate. Yep, I think it's just rcplates.com or .org. I think it's .com, and you can totally customize that. So that's my running thought right there for that. Yeah, this came. All the diffs are sealed up, very well oiled. This comes with 20 million diff fluid in the front. When you drive this thing and you pop a wheelie, like, it's just monstrous. You guys, like, it's so much fun out of the box to drive. Like, I mean, this Rustler is fun. My X01's fun. I just had broken that. That's why it's not working in the morning. I got some parts laying down right there for it. Rear bulkhead I got put on. I actually crashed into a parked car. But anyway, yep. And I think it comes with 200,000 in back and 200,000 in front. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I just noticed that. My front bumper is broken. Wow. Okay. I did take a pretty hard hit on concrete with the bumper after I flipped it, so I guess that would do that. Well, that sucks. Okay, well, it still works, but at least this broke and nothing else. Wow. So I guess this thing is not indestructible. But it looks like all I have to do is buy another brace right here, and I can just screw it in there. Well, darn it. Okay. Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to hide the fact that it's broken. So, yeah. And then I also got this off of Amazon because I do like to check my cell voltage and all that. Of course, I storage charge all my LiPos after I get done using them. I don't charge them up way today. I discharge them or storage charge them like immediately because I want these things to last. They're expensive. But wow, that really surprised me. Look at that. Okay, well, that's probably a $10 part to get replaced. No big deal. And moving on. So if I can, I'm gonna try to. Well, I just dropped my phone. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so I just plugged this little 4S pack in right here, and you can see it's 15.35 volts for the entire pack, set on LiPo right there. Battery's at 45%. You can go to cell and see what each individual cell is sitting at. 3.83, 3.83. Look at all 3.83. That's perfect. So yeah, pretty cool there. And it's not like you need to buy batteries for this because you plug it in and your balance ports turn it on. So pretty nifty right there. And that's actually going to go back in there. So I guess you've just seen my face, which is okay. Not a big deal. I mean, you've seen his face too. He's my little helper. Actually, check this out. So I went to the hobby store and I just bought this little guy for him. I think it was $55. Yeah, I mean, Thomas loves these things, so awesome. Shout out to the Hayes Hobby Store. This is the gigantic box that this Outcast 8S came in. Just look at the size of that compared to Thomas. It's huge. Oh, weight. Weight is another thing I want to talk to you about. So this thing by itself, without any batteries, just with the truck, the wheels, you know, the body, everything by itself is 24 pounds. You add, you know, 2 of these bricks in it, I think you're probably sitting at like 26 and a half, 27 pounds. So that would make sense why this would snap right there by flipping it and landing straight in the bumper. So that's my fault. I take the blame for that. Not a bad design by any means, not Arrma's fault. The driver's fault. That's my fault. So yeah, if you guys got questions, shoot me comments. I try to get on YouTube quite a bit because I love this hobby. This is definitely my thing. I love it. Cool thing is I quit drinking about 3 months ago, I was a alcoholic. I guess you always are. And yep, TMI, I know. But I got into this hobby and I love it, and it keeps my mind off of things. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. And I guess here's a little overview of my work area. So yeah, I mean, these arms are just huge, huge, huge. Oh, there's one more thing I had to do, is these pillow balls right here on top and bottom, they came a little loose, so I just had to tighten them up. Besides that, awesome car. It does come with some tools and stuff. It comes with a 24mm socket for these lug nuts. Do not use it. Throw that piece of junk out. It is stamped metal. It doesn't even fit on these. It is, look at this. This is why I can't have nice things. You're just standing on it, dude. It just sucks. So throw it out. Don't use it. Buy a high quality one, because you will either, I mean, I don't know if you care about scratching these up, but you will if you try to use that tool. So, yep. There we go. Any questions, comments, concerns, just shoot me a message or a comment. Thank you.